God's will for our lives continues in the same passage, Jeremiah 31. This is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after that time. And we're talking about the time now of the new covenant, the time of John the Baptist. I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts. The new covenant does not get rid of the law. It doesn't de-emphasize the law. It's much better than that. It lives in your heart. It's written in your heart. It's an internal change. The law was given to Israel on tablets of stone, and God says, I'm going to put it in your mind and in your hearts. I will be their God, and they will be my people. God initiates that. We don't. We receive it. No longer will a man teach his neighbor or a man his brother, saying, know the Lord, because they will all know me, from the least of them to the greatest, declares the Lord. Knowing the Lord doesn't mean knowing about. It means knowing, experiencing. And all of you can speak of how the Lord has worked in your life, how He's strengthened you, protected you, guided you, disciplined you, encouraged you, forgiven you. All of that is the work of the Lord. And so we don't teach one another in the church something, new about knowing the Lord, because God's people know Him. For I will forgive their wickedness and will remember their sins no more. The new covenant which John the Baptist is preaching, teaching, is a covenant that is now internal. And obedience is not prerequisite to get into that covenant. That's what the Pharisees are teaching. That's what the Sadducees are teaching. If you are obedient and you're righteous, then the kingdom of God will come to you. No, in the new covenant, the only prerequisite is that you were chosen by God before the creation of the world. And because you were chosen, Ephesians 1, to be made holy and to be made righteous, that is the prerequisite for the covenant. And so the gospel really fulfills all the things required in that covenant. There is obedience, but we are given the obedience of Jesus. There is holiness, but we're given the holiness of Christ. And so the relationship that you and I have to God in the new covenant is just absolutely beautiful. He says, I will forgive their wickedness and I will remember their sins no more. That's the thoroughness of your and my forgiveness. I ask people every once in a while, are you a saint? And you should all say, yeah, I am a saint. I am free of condemnation before God.